standard operating procedure is defined as a document which describes the regularly recurring operation relevant to the quality of the investigation. The purpose of a SOP is to carry out the operations correctly and always in the same manner. The development and use of SOP are an integral of a successful quality system as it provides individuals with the information to perform a job properly and facilitates consistency in the quality and integrity of the product and end result. A SOP should be available at the place where work is done.
Here I am will explain about the type of SOP. Firstly, we have fundamental SOP, the one that gives instruction on how to make SOP of the other categories. It can be denoted with letter F. Next is methodic SOP that describe the complete testing system of investigation. Other than that, there are SOP for preparation of reagent, quality assurance, receiving and registration of sample, achieving and how to deal with complaints, analytical method, operating instrument or apparatus or other equipment, and lastly is safety precaution.
Preparation for standard operating procedure. Firstly, for each page should have a heading and footing mentioning unit title, date of approval, and the number of SOP, which is preferably with categories. The heading also should mention the total number of pages of SOP. The heading of the original should preferably be printed in other color than black. Second, the first page and title page should mention the general information including the complete title. Then, a summary of the content with a purpose and the field of the application. If desired, the principle may be given including the list of the points that may need attention. The first page also should mention any related SOP of operation used in the present SOP. The possible safety instruction also need to be mentioned. The title page also should mention the name and signature of the person who authorized the introduction of the SOP, including the date of signing. Next, the preparation of SOP is the necessary equipment, reagent, and other means should be detailed. It is recommended to include the criteria for the control of the described system during the operation. Next, it is also recommended to include the list of the contents, particularly if the SOP is lengthy. Lastly, it is necessary to include the list of the reference.
For example, standard operating procedure for laboratory and chemical safety. For general safety procedure, first, wear leather shoes with slip-resistant soles. Number 2, reduce unsafe working circumstances by keeping access and safety equipment clear, workbench clear, and accumulate waste properly disposed of. Number 3, all experimental or general lab work should be performed. Experiments that could be dangerous should not be left unattended by a lab technician. Number 4, keep long hair and loose garment under control. Restrained garment or hair should not have long tail that could catch fire or become entangled in moving parts. Number 5, while contact lenses are authorized, they are not suggested for usage in the lab. Contact lens wearers face difficulty while working.
Another example is the SOP of land and water transport for biological specimens. The general requirements are to follow the International Air Transport Association packaging instructions according to specimen category. It is important for the specimen to be packed, marked, documented, and transported accordingly. Strong, good quality packaging should be used to make sure the packaging can withstand any conditions. And lastly, the packaging must consist of a primary receptacle, a secondary leak-proof packaging, and an outer packaging for a secure transport. Next is labeling, marking, and documentation. The category of the biological material must be labeled clearly on the packaging with this following information. First, the contact name and organization address of referral and referring lab, including the 24 hours emergency contact. Second is to indicate if refrigerant is used. And third is to put documents identifying the content of the receptacle, and it should be accessible without having to open the packaging.